Hello viewers, welcome to another sports show. Greg, UCL is back. Eufa Champions League.
The prestigious Eufa Champions League. The big boys are back on the stage.
You know, one thing about this particular edition is that Manchester United will not be involved.
Must you always mention Manchester
I have to mention because we are former European champions.
No.
And Arsenal today, at least Arsenal have beefed up their squad, and we're expecting much from Arsenal.
Yes.
So briefly, before we go down to other features, tell me what to expect from Arsenal from
Okay, so
UCL.
Nothing short of the trophy. Arteta has said in his press briefing that the semi-final they got last year, that this year,
it's not enough.
It's not enough. So nothing apart from the trophy would be enough for him to retain his job. So all Arsenal fans, everybody is rooting for Arsenal to make sure they win this prestigious UEFA Champions League. So
today match day one, we'll have match day one this week. At least we'll have 18 fixtures across Europe. So the first one I have here facing me is Atletico Bilbao versus Arsenal. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's an early game, so 5 p.m. Nigerian time. So Arsenal and Athletic Club. So you understand that during the pre-season, Arsenal trumped them 3-0. But unfortunately, the two of the goal scorers, Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz, they're not going to be in that team today. But however, Arsenal has shown, going by what they've done, looking at the performance over the weekend, I am tipping and rooting for Arsenal to end that game 3-1.
Incredible. Interesting. 3 goes to 1.
3-1.
Okay, let's look at the second game. PSV Eindhoven versus Union SG. The expected PSG to win. PSG is at home.
Yes,
they should be winning this one.
The PSG should have an easy ride. Okay,
Benfica versus Karabakh.
The Benfica was also trumped. They had a massive European experience
more than the other team.
Yeah, far back. So they understand what is expected of them.
So Juventus versus Borussia Dortmund, former European champions.
Yeah. So for Juventus, in fact, it is not a good thing to play Juventus at this moment. Juventus is on top form. Their current form is amazing.
I remember
Borussia Dortmund coming to Turin is going to be.
So I remember 1997 history. We remember 1997 final between Borussia Dortmund and Juventus. Dortmund won that game.
Juventus is in top.
Exactly. So Real Madrid versus Olympique de Marseille.
Marseille is going to be. Xabi Alonso has started well. As the new gaffer of Real Madrid, he has not lost any game. He has won all his game, and coming to the Champions League, where he also has a lot of experience as a player, I know, in line with the current form of Kylian Mbappe, Real Madrid should be able to.
One takeaway about Real Madrid this team: the way Arsenal is craving for Champions League is the same way Kylian Mbappe would also want to win Champions League for the first time. So Real Madrid, very strong contender. Then Tottenham Hotspur versus Villarreal.
Thomas Frank has been incredible in the league. 3 wins out of 4 games, and having his first Champions League experience, and with his style of football, I'm tipping Tottenham Hotspur to win that. To start
the Champions League campaign with a win.
They
okay. Let's look at this one. Olympiacos versus Paphos. This is a strange name.
So it's a strange name. So Olympiacos has been, they've always been in Champions League. They have the wealth of experience. They also have good quality in their team. And I think it's going to be an easy ride for them.
Slavia Praha versus Bodo Glimt.
Bodo Glimt. So Bodo Glimt. It's going to be a tough game. It's looking like a draw game. But we'll wait to see the outcome of that game.
Ajax Amsterdam, former European champion, versus Inter Milan, another former European champion.
It's going to be a tricky
game. Inter has played final twice. Against City and against PSG.
Final. So and Inter, this should be the season where they will need to step up.
Without Simon Inzaghi,
Inzaghi have left, but you can still see the crop of players they have, the experienced players in that team, and they will be coming with they will feel like a wounded lion, having lost in the final. final, and the way they lost against PSG, it was incredible. So
okay,
yeah.
Another big one is Bayern Munich versus Chelsea.
It's a game every football fan will be looking out for this week. This Champions League is going to be the biggest game on the world stage. And considering what happened to Nicolas Jackson and how things panned out, you will agree with me that it's a game every Chelsea player will look forward to. And then Bayern Munich, considering their current form, they've been amazing.
Introduction of Diaz, formerly.
Yeah, so you can imagine the
Diaz are fine from us.
Yeah, when you look at that top three attack, Diaz, Harry Kane, and Olise, fantastic combination. And it's the kind of game that we expect goals. And then don't forget, Chelsea also have their Palmer, Estavo, Japin. It's going to be it's going to be a game filled with so much fluidity on the side on both sides. So it's a game everybody should look out for. It's a game I'm tipping. That kind of game, I'm looking at Bayern Munich to have just a little edge over Chelsea.
Okay, another big one, talking about Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid.
Wow.
And Slot versus Simone. Diego Simone.
Yeah, in fact, you agree with me that people were looking out for that kind of quarterfinals or that kind of game last season. When Liverpool and considering the kind of football they play, and then Atletico Madrid, it's going to be a very tough game. It's going to be a very tough game on both sides. It's a kind of game because Liverpool will come with their pressing. Atletico always knows how to defend. They know how to wait and get you on the counter. So the game will have to look at.
The next one is the defending champion, European champion, talking about Paris Saint-Germain and Atalanta.
Oh yeah, so Paris Saint-Germain and
Atalanta.
Yes, I see it as an easy ride for PSG. Considering their current form, the quality in that team.
They don't have Donnarumma any longer.
Yeah, they may not have Donnarumma, but they still have one of the midfield and defense. And then their attack is so fluid. So it's the goalkeeper might not be there, but they won the Champions League not really because of a lot of saves from the goalkeeper.
Very important, especially against Arsenal.
It was against Arsenal. But in the finals, you can see that it wasn't.
Let's look at the next game. Club Brugge of Belgium versus Monaco, FC Monaco, AS Monaco rather.
AS Monaco.
That is where former midfield Maestro talking about Paul Pogba is playing.
But the Paul Pogba. In fact, a lot of teams, a lot of football fans will be watching that because Paul Pogba is back. Welcome him to the big stage, and you will agree with me that Monaco has been buying some quality players during the transfer season. They've been able to build. They've been able to build a formidable team, and we're going to see how that team pans and how they're able to gel and solidify among themselves. So it's a game I'm tipping for a draw game because Club Brugge, you remember they also have a history in Belgium, and with the kind of football they play and their coach, you understand it's going to be a very compact game on both sides. So
FC Copenhagen versus Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah, but Bayer Leverkusen have not had it so
after Xabi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso left. The new coach
they just fired Ten Hag.
Ten Hag barely few games. So you can see a team that looks like it's in disarray. You can see a team that have lost a crop of. They've lost Reis, they've lost Granit Xhaka, they've lost a lot of quality in that team.
Jonathan Tah,
in the transfer window. So
let's go to the next one
for them.
Of course, Frankfurt. That's another team from Germany. We'll be facing Galatasaray, Turkey.
Galatasaray of Turkey. Frankfurt. So it's when you look at what Galatasaray has done in Turkey. Season after season, they've always been there in the Champions League, and with the kind of players they also have, they have a crop of experienced players in that team. And
Victor Osimhen will not be there for them.
He won't be there because of injury, but they also have quality in that team. However, when you look at the team is going to mix Osimhen so much, and for Frankfurt, for Frankfurt, you can see with the kind of football they play, they're a very entertaining team. They're a team to look out for. So it's going to be a tough game, but I'm tipping for the best side to win that game.
Okay, Manchester City versus Napoli.
Wow, another big
cracker. An interesting team will be if Højlund scores today. It will be a very big game for Manchester United. And he may likely score.
No, but he might not just be about Højlund. We are going to look at remember that midfielder that Manchester United let go, that went to Scudetto.
Scott McTominay.
McTominay will be there to mesmerize. He's coming back. He will be playing an English team, and I'm sure he's going to be at it. But remember, they are the defending champions of
Italian champions.
Yes, the Italian champions. So they are not going to forfeit their title just like that. So it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a big cracker, and then it's a game every football fan should look out for. So it's going to be a very interesting.
So let's look at another one. This time around, English side, Newcastle United versus FC Barcelona. Interesting,
very interesting. The Newcastle, Barcelona, we work Barcelona. Yeah, the Newcastle, they're a very good team. They are going to miss Isaac, but you can also see quality in that team. They've had a little reinforcement. However, with the current
Walter Meda, the giant German striker, he scored on his debut over the
but it might not be. But if you look at what Barcelona have done in their last week, the number of goals they've been able to look at over the weekend against Valencia, what they
mesmerized
Valencia. So this is a team. When you look at Lamar, look at the team that have Rashford, Rafinha, Lewandowski. Is the Ferran Torres is a compact team, and based on their current form, it's going to be a tough game for Newcastle.
So the last fixture, Sporting Lisbon versus Kairat. This is a strange name.
Yeah, I think Sporting Lisbon should be. Yeah, it should be an easy rep for Sporting.
So viewers, pick up your team. Tell us your own prediction. Go through these fixtures and also follow, share for others to see. See you soon. At least after this encounter, we'll come back and
we'll come back and start. We'll come back. The beauty of this thing is that with the way the Champions League is ranked now, so it's not yet the group stage. Everybody will be ranked the same. So it will be interesting to know the team that will top the league.
Okay,
Champions League.
So if you want to see you soon, send for your time.
Bye.